Daddy so wanted to go to Egypt to see the pyramids. That was he was so we're going to go to Egypt. We're going to see it. And he never got to go.
Mm.
But it's time and grief.
I never realized just how horrible grief is.
It comes in these waves. And you just go, oh.
I guess by the time this airs, it'll be about 3 months since Dad passed. And this is the first time we're all talking about him.
Together.
Yeah.
It's weird because you kind of lose sense of time. I can't.
It's been no time and the longest amount of time in the world.
Yeah.
I keep losing all sense of time and everything. It's weird.
Yeah. I guess we should probably start with why we're even doing this right now.
Because we wanted to. I feel so bad. So many people have reached out to us. I mean, it's just been overwhelmingly wonderful at everybody's reaction for the loss of Ozzy. And it's just been, overwhelming and just... I feel so bad. Everybody's reached out to us that we know, that we love. Thousands and thousands of people who we've never met. And I just want everybody to know that everything that has been sent to us, we've read, we appreciate.
Yeah.
The outpouring of love has been so helpful to us. I never could have even imagined it to be as helpful as it has been, to know that we're not alone in our grief and our sadness, and that the rest of the world loved him as much as we did.
Yeah. Did you find the outpouring, it added a different element to it?
I haven't seen an outpouring like that since Princess Diana died. I didn't expect it.
Yeah, but it definitely added a different element to it. For me, it was almost a beautiful but also unexpected, strange. Because I said this the other day. I was doing an interview for Dad's book, and what I said was, when you grow up, you every child does this. You're like, I wonder what's going to happen when my dad's going to die. I wonder what's going to happen when my mum dies. It's just normal. I think everyone has those thoughts.
Your biggest fear.
Yeah, and I just never. It never crossed my mind that it would impact anyone kind of outside of I didn't think it would. I didn't think it was going to be like it was.
It wasn't just the heavy metal community, it was the entire world.
Yeah.
I just think all of it, I just think, my God, Ozzy would just be...
He wouldn't believe it.
He wouldn't. It was hard for him to take the show because he didn't realize how much he was loved, and that was his beauty. Because he never took it for granted from anyone.
No.
He never took it for granted, I'm this, I'm that. He had no idea. He was so living in his bubble. He never had any idea how much people loved him, admired him. Even if they didn't like his music, they liked him. Mm-hmm. And he was just larger than life. He was one in a zillion.
I mean, maybe we should back up a bit, because I think, he talks about it in the book a little bit, but I think, should we maybe kind of talk a little bit about the year leading up to the show and kind of how it was on again, off again, and some of the, because I don't, people don't realize how.
What it took to get him here.
Yeah, and it all kind of, it started in December of last year. The kind of things started getting worse with him.
His condition, it was, I'll tell you exactly when it was. We'd planned a holiday. We were all coming to England. The whole kit and caboodle of us were coming here.
We were supposed to go to Finland.
Daddy was going to stay here while we went to Finland. And then we were going to stay for Christmas, New Year, and we were going to stay until the show. And then
before, it was the week before.
It was about...
It was a week before, because I was at the house and
It was the first week of December, and he wasn't feeling great.
He took a little fall.
Yeah, he took a little fall. And he kept saying, my back hurts. And we left on the 10th, and we said, you can come with everybody.
A little bit later. And then he went to the hospital. But let's back up a bit. He didn't deal with pain very well at all. He could stub his toe and he'd be like, oh, my whole foot's broken. I need to have it amputated. He did not like discomfort.
He was a hypochondriac.
Yes. And he was whining and he was like, oh, the pain. And I was living at the house at the time and I'm like, oh, and then I was like, I don't know if he's faking this one. And, you know, he was going to the doctor and they couldn't figure out why his back was so painful, and him being the stubborn gentleman he didn't tell anyone he took a fall, and it turned out he had a
fracture in his back.
In his vertebrae.
Yeah, he fractured a vertebrae.
And they say when you fracture a vertebrae, it'll take about 6 weeks to heal. It's very painful. And most of the time your body heals itself and it will heal. But yes, you will be in a lot of discomfort. And when they tell me that it's going to heal itself, it's a bit laughable because somebody of his age and his medical state, the condition of his body and the amount of drugs and other issues that he has, you know it's not going to heal itself. It just couldn't. That would have been, you know, it would have been a miracle.
Yeah. And it started a bit of a domino effect.
It started a domino effect. He was in so much pain, he had to go into hospital. I came back from the holiday early. We scrubbed having Christmas here in the UK and then went back and he was in agony.
But then he got pneumonia.
He was in hospital. He got pneumonia in hospital. And that's happened to him.
It happened to him 3 times last year. Well, this year.
This year, yeah. And with the pneumonia, with his vertebrae, he was just so uncomfortable. And then his one surgeon who had done all the good work on him said, yes, we could fill it. The crack in the vertebrae, we can fill it with this
putty stuff, right?
Yeah, it's like human cement. And it does work great. He'd had one done before. Mm-hmm. So he was on his second time around this one. And, but then his surgeon said, he's too weak. I'm not going to do it. I won't take the responsibility of doing it. We were in Cedars at the time with his pneumonia and the pain. And the doctors at Cedars said, we can do it. We'll do it. And so your dad said, fuck it, let's go for it. I can't deal with this pain. They did it.
And then he got a strep infection.
He got pneumonia again.
Yeah.
And then he was in more agony than he'd ever been in his life. And he had sepsis.
Yeah.
And
Was it sepsis or strep? I thought it was strep.
no,
Sepsis.
sepsis, which is the worst
Yeah.
thing in the world.
Yeah, he got it from the procedure.
He got it from the procedure.
I just don't think anybody besides us has any idea just how much he went through.
Oh my God. Yeah.
He came home. They said, the sepsis, right? We have to deal with it with intravenous antibiotics. He was on 2
IV antibiotics.
IV antibiotics that took,
60 days.
no, he was on it for,
It was about 60 days because he started it in March.
9 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but the amount of antibiotics that they were putting in him take out the good, the bad, the ugly in your body, and it just
It was
drained
like doing
him.
chemotherapy,
Yeah.
essentially.
It was draining every ounce of strength that he had. And it was in March that we thought we were going to lose him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was around the time when, in the Paramount documentary, he was going to pull the show. Remember, he sat down and he was like, you guys were going to film a conversation about pulling it.
Yeah.
And then in just talking around it, he was like, no, I have to. I have to do the show.
Because
Because
he wanted to say thank you. That meant more to him than anything in the world.
Yeah.
we discussed him not being able to sing and going out there and just thanking everybody.
Yeah.
Just to be there, thank everybody, and then the sepsis. It was crippling to him, totally crippling to him. You could see him going like this every single day. I mean, the things that he had wrong with him, blood clots,
Yeah.
damaged spine.
Parkinson's. But the irony
Collapsed
is,
lung.
yeah.
Oh, we forgot while he was in hospital, he, because of everything they were putting in him, then he got heart problems.
Yeah. But he'd already had COPD. He had this lung collapse a couple of years earlier, and it only one. What was
Half of his lung was working,
Yeah.
only half of his lung. And he had COPD, he had...
the spine stuff, the nerve
And
damage.
the other thing that you get with your lungs, what is it? The beginning of emphysema, blood clots.
I guess the whole point in listing all of this is like, it just goes to show how
The human spirit is stronger than anything. And he was so determined. He was so determined to go do his show. He wasn't going to give up on it.
no, he didn't want to go out not doing it. And it was the best medicine for him.
It was. It gave him something to work towards. It was like a big light. And he was going towards that light.
And I'd never seen him so happy.
Yeah. I mean, he was miserable. He was pretty miserable leading up to it.
Yeah.
I've never heard so many fuck off, get out of here, fuck off in my life. He would go to Andrew on the phone, come over, see me. Then he'd ring back, no, fuck off, I don't want to see you. I want to see you. I don't want to see you. I want to see you.
And every other day, cancel the show. I'm not doing it. And then he'd be like, no, don't cancel.
And then he couldn't believe how many of his friends
Showed up for him.
showed up, his
Yeah.
friends. And
Yeah, but we're forgetting, and no one knows this, 2 weeks before the show, he went back into hospital here.
the story, I don't even think you know it. We had him in the hospital and we were just terrified that people were going to find out. And so we had all the security in the hospital, and the hospital was amazing with him here. They really were. And the people at security and the people at the front desk of the hospital, were told nobody, if they ask for Ozzy, he's not here, nobody is allowed up, all of this. They had pictures of all of us that were allowed out and names. And this guy comes in and he says, I want to see John Osborne. So, of course, red light. And they go, well, who are you? I'm his brother. So they call up to the security and they say, Ozzy's brother's here. And he's asked to see him. He knows he's here. And security, I'm like, there's no way. His brother doesn't even know he's in here.
Yeah.
His sisters, his brother didn't know. And so I sent the security down and I said, find out who this guy is. He's definitely somebody from the press.
Yeah.
Definitely. And so security went down, and they're not the most polite in the world, they're a bit threatening. And this guy kept saying, no, it's my brother. And he knows I'm coming. He knows I'm coming. So after harassing this poor man, there was a John Osborne in the hospital and it was his brother. And then you felt so terrible. And this poor guy just wanted to see his brother. And you just go, no, why did we do that? So, I mean, Daddy was hysterical laughing.
Yeah. He was in good spirits, though, when he was at the hospital in England.
He really was.
No, he liked it. He said it was the best hospital he'd ever been in.
Yeah, he was having a great
Best food menu.
Yeah, he was having a great time in there. They were spoiling him. And
But, I think it's really important that we make clear that, it's not like we, forced him, wheeled him out there. You get out there and do this fucking gig. It was he was adamant. He gave him every, he was running the show. He said he knew exactly what he wanted.
Yeah.
And he was determined to do it.
He was. It was his time. He wanted to do it. And it was amazing. It was like he performed at his...
Yeah. Well, I was saying it was a living wake.
Yeah.
It's kind of...
But didn't that day feel so surreal?
It does.
When you look back on it and you replay it in your mind, and there will never be another moment like that. There will never be that many incredible artists gathered around one man ever again.
And it's one of those things I think you look back at that day and even if Dad was still here, it was still a amazing, epic, legendary day.
It was the way that we all hoped it would be. It was joyous. It was fun. Everybody was in a great mood. The best crowd in the world at the villa. Everybody that runs the villa.
It was the closest thing to perfect I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It was like you were in your family's home and doing a show in your family's home. It was just unbelievable, and just everybody involved in it. We have the best crew in the world.
There was no ego.
No ego.
From anyone.
Speaking of the crew, I think we need to take a second to thank them for that.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I don't know if you watched them, but they did not take a fucking second.
No.
They
couldn't. The schedule was too tight.
They worked their asses off
did.
with every set change and made sure everything ran smoothly, and they were just happy to be there.
Yeah.
Jakey Lee?
No, Jake Berry.
Jake Berry. Oh.
And Jakey Lee. I mean, just to see Jakey Lee after 38 years.
Yeah.
Daddy hadn't seen him in 38 years.
Yeah.
Dad got to say goodbye.
Yeah, he got to meet Axl Rose too. That was hilarious.
I know.
Yeah.
And you know what? Axl Rose has always loved the song Changes. Always. And it just seems funny that, well, it's not funny, it's ironic that the song that he always loved came out as the song from the show.
Yeah.
And Axl and Daddy said that they would meet up.
Yeah.
Daddy really liked him because Duff and Slash have always been there for us, always. But it was like...
Yeah, it was so funny that after
Axl was like
an enigma.
he's just like somebody that you never see around, like your dad. You never would see him hanging anywhere or going to events, and Axel's the same.
Yeah. Can back up a little bit. Like, when did you guys have like the realization that like it's not getting any better?
The sepsis, and when he was diagnosed with that, I was like, I don't think he's going to be able to cope with the effects of this. Because, I mean, it's just horrendous. It's brutal. But one side of me was like, the voices in your head. He's not going to make it. Yeah, he is. He's Ozzy. He's going to do it. Yes, he did the show. Yes. But I didn't see him going as quickly as he went. I didn't see it.
He did. And it's only in retrospect that I see that now, because he started saying things to me that I think he was preparing me for when he wasn't going to be here.
Yeah.
And I just thought that the buzz of the show and everything that gave him would give him enough to just stick around a little longer.
I think we all did. I even said it. I was like, oh, you're like Superman staring into the sun. That's all you needed.
He couldn't believe the reviews and people's reaction to the show. He just couldn't believe it, could he? He was just like in awe. And that's when I say he didn't realize how many people loved him as a person, not as the front man of Black Sabbath or his own thing. It was just his being. People loved him. And he never got it. He had no understanding of it whatsoever.
You know what I think was interesting was that it was the first time he'd done a show and had access to social media, because he didn't have social media until he got sick 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was able to, after the show, go on Instagram, go on Facebook, go on TikTok, and he was seeing all this stuff firsthand, like all the praises and people just loving on him.
And there will never be another Ozzy. There will never be anybody with that likability and talent. And
yeah,
he was unique.
He was.
He was totally unique. I watch people come and go in this industry, and how many times in this industry they go, oh, it's disco, he's over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's grunge, he's over.
He weathered it all.
Everything. And I just kept saying to him, we don't want to be here. We want to be here. And you ride through everything.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think that's a lot to do with your guys' teamwork. He was willing to listen to you. And how many artists, they let their ego kind of get the better of them and like, oh, well, I know what's right because I'm the artist. And I think that is such the unique thing about how you guys worked so well together. He'd fight. He'd say, fuck you, I'm not doing it.
Fight. The worst fights in the world were producer fights.
Yes.
They were the worst fights in the world.
Yeah.
Nothing like those. But he was just so unique and authentic.
Yeah.
He never tried to be anything he wasn't. He was proud of where he came from.
So proud of Birmingham.
He was not one of these guys because he's made money that he was flashy, and like, I'm a genius. How many times do we hear artists going, I'm a genius, I'm this, I'm that? Yeah, right. See you in 10 years, fucking genius.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with a friend recently, and he was asking me, he's like, what do you think it was about your dad? Like, why? And I was saying just that. It was he was unapologetically authentic.
Yeah.
He would have his moments. He would have his rock star moments and do his But it wasn't like he was faking it. When he would do crazy shit, it was because that was just him, And I think so many of these musicians and, people in his, call it graduating class, that his peers, I think they become something else when they achieve success. And yes, Dad did. I mean, fucking look at his house. It's a far cry from Lodge Road. But he was still authentic.
He never pretended to be anything but Ozzy.
Yeah.
He wasn't one of these people that, I'm so-and-so and I'm a sir now, and, you bob your head when you see me, or don't look at him, don't look at
The
him.
symbol.
That's always gets me. Don't look at them when they come through the hallway. It's like, they want you to fucking look at them. What the fuck are you on about?
When we were doing World Detour, and he would always be like, oh, people are always bothering me coming through the airports, because we weren't traveling private. I mean, you guys know. And I did say to him, like, Dad, put your hair under a baseball hat, wear a hoodie and some jeans, take all your jewelry off, and just no one will bat a fucking eyelid. And he goes, why would I do that? And I'm like, because you don't want people to bother you at the airport. He goes, but I'm Ozzy Osbourne. And I'd be like, all right, suit yourself.
There was nobody funnier than him.
No.
Nobody. And his timing was always perfect.
Even when he was like on his chair, kind of checked out, like.
When you thought he wasn't listening.
Yeah, he was so, oh my God, he was so hyper aware of everything that was important. The stuff that wasn't, he couldn't give a shit about.
Mm-mm.
It's funny, Melinda, she was telling a funny story the other day, and like, this is like perfect. This is like so him. She was wearing a Black Sabbath t-shirt, and it'd come from the merchandise. I don't know if it was one that was a new or a
remake.
No, it was like they were just trying a new design or whatever. And she walks in the kitchen, and Dad looks at her and goes, where'd you get that t-shirt? And Melinda's like, oh, I don't know. I think I got it from the office. And he goes, I fucking hate it. Oh.
Who would say that about everything?
Yeah.
I hate it, hate it, hate. What do you think of the stage set? Hate it. What do you think of this merch? Hate it.
Fucking stupid.
Fucking stupid. And then, of course, he loved it all.
Loved it all. Yeah.
Loved everything.
Yeah.
You'd never met anybody with a bigger heart than Dad.
Oh, yeah.
I have to say this, even though it's not appropriate.
It's all appropriate, don't worry.
When he was reading about Fergie, Duchess of York, and she borrowed that money off of Epstein. She borrowed some money off him, and it was some ridiculous number, like $15,000. And Ozzy goes, fuck me, if she'd have asked me, I'd have given her 25. Why would you give someone 15? Give him 25. I'm like,
What?
Okay. I'll tell her.
The little extra on top.
Yeah. And I wouldn't have asked for it back. And it's true.
Yeah.
He would just, everyone. And how many people would hit him up?
So many people. Now, he wouldn't give it to everyone. If he really liked you, he would.
Yeah. Yeah.
He'd give it to you if he knew that you weren't using him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you were using him,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he knew it. He knew it every single time.
Years ago, his old manager of Black Sabbath, the guy from Birmingham, the
Jim
old
Simpson.
guy, yeah, he called up. And I mean, I'd been with your father, a lifetime. And in 45 years, he gets our number and calls the house. Well, it was a few years ago now.
Yeah, because it was during the last Sabbath run, wasn't it?
Yeah. And he goes, can I speak to Ozzy?
You're like, who are you?
Who are you? And so he spoke to Ozzy, and he asked Ozzy for 80 grand because he was going to lose his house. And Ozzy went, no.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. And he was never afraid of saying no. But as you say, if he thought people were using him, then he wouldn't do it. But he would always give people.
Yeah. Well, since you brought up Jim Simpson, we might as well talk about that for a quick second.
Yeah, Jim Simpson. first manager. He was there for the first just under 2 years of them forming, and
Changing from Earth to Sabbath.
what was the name he wanted them? He didn't like the name Black Sabbath, and he wanted them to be called
Something circus.
No, Fred Karno's Army. Something like that.
something like Geezer told us Fred Karno's Army.
Yeah.
And he wanted them to be a jazz band because his forte in life was being a jazz
Manager, promoter.
promoter. You know, I don't know him from a hole in the wall. He wasn't cruel to them. He did his best for them. He definitely wasn't mean to them, but he only could take them so far.
Yeah. Because he was like a local guy.
Local jazz guy in Birmingham, great. You know, he has his niche. Great for him. And everybody knew when Black Sabbath came to London, that's when I first saw him when I was 18. Everybody, the industry, you got to remember in those days was, it could fit in an envelope. Everybody knew everybody else of importance in the industry. And it was a tiny little community. And everybody was like, there's this band everybody's talking about. They're coming to play in London and they've got a schmuck of a manager, right?
Yeah.
And so everybody wanted to steal them.
Yeah.
And there was about, say, 4 managers at the time in England. So it was like that. Everybody was at the gig, at the marquee to see them. And my dad had a meeting with them the day after they did the marquee because
He was trying to poach him.
as the other 3 managers were in England at the time. And they came in, they met with my father. They'd heard all the rumors about my father and were terrified of him. But in my father's office, his chauffeur bodyguard, a guy named Wilf, collected Sabbath from their hotel and brought them to our office. And they met with my father, obviously totally terrified of him. They left. Wilf drove them back
To Birmingham.
to the station.
Oh. Really? Not even that far?
No, to the station to get the train back. And he stopped in the pub, yada, 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 chatting. And then within a week, there was another guy that worked for us called Patrick Meehan. And my father brought him in as a tour manager for Gene Vincent. And then he stayed on working for my father. And so he was like a day-to-day guy for artists in my dad's office. Wilf and Patrick Meehan,
It was like a double poach.
double poach. We'll take care of you. We can get you into America. We've got all of Don's contacts. You don't need him. We'll do it. Within a week, they'd gone with the bodyguard, chauffeur, and the day-to-day guy from my dad's office, which was, hey, you know,
All's fair in love and war.
absolutely. And Jim Simpson went to court because he had a contract with Black Sabbath, which nobody can find it. But anyway, there was a contract, and the judge awarded him £30,000. So Patrick Meehan,
In 1970.
in 1970. And in 1970, £30,000 was a lot of money.
Yeah.
It was
It's like 600K in today's money.
right. So
That's not nothing.
Today you go, 30,000, that's disgusting. How could they just give him that?
Yeah.
But then it was a lot of money. So Jim Simpson, that was it.
Yeah.
Gone. They never spoke to him, never saw him. It was like, they were like flying. I mean, it was like instant success worldwide for them when their record was out. And Jim Simpson never heard. There was no relationship with him, with any of the guys. There wasn't bad blood, but they were busy being famous, and he was in Birmingham. So their career was flying high. And Jim apparently stayed with his jazz world and did that, but has always,
Traded on, I was the Sabbath manager.
I found them, I did this for them, I did that for them, which is great. You know, it's the usual pub talk. But now, 56 years later, he has tapes of, he claims, of Sabbath when they went into demo to get a record deal.
Yeah. And he's trying to say that they're the Earth demos, right?
They are the Earth demos, he claims. And he claims ownership because he says he paid the bill for the studio, which he says was £500. Now, if £30,000,
Surely that would have been baked into that.
no, if £30,000 today is worth 500,000 or 600,000, what's £500?
Yeah.
He would have never had that money to pay for a studio in those days. Never. Anyway, he claims that he paid, so therefore he owns them, and he's kept it quiet for all these years because they're now out of copyright, which is 50 years. So he's been holding and holding and holding. Anyway, this story is cutting to Jim Simpson could have called us at any time and goes, look, I've got old photos, I've got these tapes, let's be partners, let's do a deal. Pay me, you know, I want
Figure it
back
out.
end, whatever. No, he doesn't do that. He keeps it totally quiet, finds a little record company, because no major record company would have taken it. He finds this little record label, which the guy who runs it has gone 7 times bankrupt, which is fine, but it just shows you the
Yeah, there's not like a track record of success.
No. And he does a deal with this little record label to take the tapes and
And then now trying to
distribute them. So we found out, and for 18 months, we have been going back and forth and saying, we will sue you. You cannot do this. You cannot do this. Now, he's never said you'll get a royalty, not 1 penny. He thinks he's going to put out these tapes and he's going to get 100% of everything for himself.
Yeah.
Now, he's in his mind is going back 56 years to where they started. For the first 10 years of their career, they made millions and never got a penny.
Yeah. And so he's treating them the same way.
Treating them the same way. And it's like, no, I'm sorry. I don't care what the fuck your name is or where you come from. You are a pig. You want it all. You're trying to get away with this. You've waited your time to out of copyright. And he could have had it so differently. He could have come to us with the tapes. He would have made a lot of money.
Yep.
And Sabbath would have done well. But you cannot take this
An
and
artist's
do
work
this
and
to
do that.
Sabbath again. The second time it would have happened to them. And I'm like, I am putting it out there to every Sabbath fan. If these tapes come out, please don't buy them.
Don't support him.
Don't support him because he's taking 100%. He's lying and saying that he will give money to charity. He's never said what charity or how much money. And what I want to do is just say to him, let it go to a proper record company. It can be properly distributed, properly produced. You will get money. Don't do this.
Give it what it deserves.
Yeah.
And don't treat it like some rinky-dink car boot sale, mixtape.
And don't just, that's exactly what it will be. And he is going to distribute it from his office, Big Bear Records, which isn't even a limited company. He will take people's money and post out the stuff. And it's like, how dare you put these guys at the age they are at
Yeah.
in that position again where you're stealing from them?
it's a really good point.
So
I mean, with that being said, like, you know, since Dad's passing, has there been any kind of vulture-y type?
Yes.
yeah, you've got all the merch people that come out and, you know, doing this stuff that's all unofficial and whatever. And it's like, hey, okay.
And people claiming that Dad said things to them that he never said.
Everyone's always going to do that, you know.
Everybody gets on the bandwagon. He said to me this at the last show, and he said to me that. Who did Ozzy talk to at the last show?
Axel.
There was a few. But
But
we know.
I know the people he
Yeah.
spoke to because they had to come into the dressing room to see him.
Yeah.
So we know who he spoke to.
And there's been a couple people, and I don't know whether we want to name names, but
Yeah, that's not.
have
That's
said that Dad said certain things to them at the last show that we know he never said.
not. Yeah.
And I mean, we've had quite a few nutters coming out of the woodwork saying that they're speaking to Dad from the grave.
Oh, we had one lady send us her toenails.
Oh my God, you missed this.
Amazing.
Oh my God, it was a toenail.
Did you chew on
some
them?
blood,
Hair.
hair, because she's absolutely convinced that she is Dad's child.
Her mum told her.
Oh, so we need to do a DNA test. Is that why she sent it?
Yes.
Oh, this is so exciting.
Yes.
We have a new sibling.
Like,
Yay.
Nuts, insane. And the ones that get me are the ones that say they're talking to Dad from the grave. That it really bothers me.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's severely inappropriate.
Yeah.
But it's like anything, Kel, you've got to realize it. It's like you go on the internet. There's always a group of people,
But
the fanatics, the nutters, the this, that will always come out. And you just, you know, it's life, unfortunately, but you just move on.
I think a part of that though is just how deeply affected, we were talking about it earlier, by Dad's passing people are. And I think a lot of it is that, and I'd see messages and people were like, I never thought I would feel this way about someone I didn't know dying, celebrity, musician, whatever. And I think people are genuinely feeling this void and they're just like, holy shit, this guy's gone.
He was like, it's very much like Robin Williams because people adored him.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have to like his movies or whatever. He was one of these people you just warmed to.
Yeah.
And your dad was the same. He was just...
Yeah. Yeah.
And Robin was very much like your dad, where he didn't care who you were.
Yeah.
Didn't care. You know, come talk to you, give you a hug, just a great guy, you know, with no pretenses, genuine. And Dad was one of those charismatic people that people were just drawn to.
Yeah.
You know, and he just... It was so special. And that leads me on to somebody who is not special, that is probably one of the most twisted, sick individuals I've come across in years.
Oh, are you talking about my mate Roger?
Yes, Roger the Dodger or the Lodger.
He's a fucking...
He isn't, because are good. He is just, he has no charisma, okay? He looks like Frankenstein.
And he thinks he's so superior to everybody, and his superiority complex is just so repulsive.
Yeah.
The guy is sick in the head. He is not relevant in today's world. Nobody likes him. This is not just us.
I know.
Nobody likes this man.
Even his band doesn't like him.
Unless you're a fascist.
A fascist, Mum.
He's one of those.
I don't even think the fascists like him, Mum.
He's boring, no charisma. He's got no stage presence.
Jealous.
Oh my God, envious. I mean, envious. And he's just a bad seed, a bad, irrelevant bad seed. And he's in his late years, he's trying to remain relevant.
Yeah.
So he's got a fucking tea towel on his head and a Palestinian flag, and he thinks that makes him relevant.
He kind of has that like perpetual uni student vibe in his 80s.
Oh, he thinks he's an anarchist. He's just pathetic. And I hope
I hope he shits himself in public.
that's too good. Shit makes flowers grow. The guy's got nothing good in him. He's just a pathetic, lonely. I do not know how those guys in Pink Floyd put up with him as long as they did.
I was about to say they didn't put up with
No,
it.
David is the most gracious, warm person you could ever meet. He's just a great, great guy. How on earth did he manage to work alongside him?
Yeah. Well, clearly the guy's problematic, and I do think it's funny though is that probably the most press he's had in years was me responding to him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
Dad didn't like him.
No, but that's why I put Dad. My dad always thought you were a because it was true.
Yeah.
Dad would always be like, "I love Pink Floyd. I fucking hate Roger Waters."
Yeah. Yeah.
But Dad would never say that publicly.
No.
Because he's you don't do that.
Do you know what he is? He's like a sad, irrelevant, old, miserable human being. A miserable, ugly human being.
My friend sent me, after I tweeted that, it was just like a meme. And it was from The Simpsons. And you know the grandpa in The Simpsons?
Yeah.
There was like, but there was a Simpsons clip and it was the grandpa and it was from the newspaper and it says, "Old man yelling at the clouds again." And that's what he is. He's just like an old man yelling at the clouds. You're like...
Yeah. Just, I love the fact to see him desperately trying to be a part of what's going on in the world. And he's just pathetic and sad.
All he would have had to say was, I didn't really know Ozzy's music very well. It's, sad for his family. That's all he had to say. If he didn't, you keep it simple, you keep it clean. You don't punch down like he did.
But do you know why he did it?
To get attention.
No, he did it because he knows I'm half Jewish. That's why he did it. Yes!
I don't know about that one.
I do.
I don't know. But
And
anyway.
so it's like, fuck. Do you know what? Calling him a yes, it's funny, but he's just pathetic.
Yes.
See,
Anyway,
can I just say this though?
Go on.
I save that word for very special moments because you don't get much. Like, I don't think of a as a vagina. I think of a as a piece of fucking shit. And that is what he is.
Yeah.
He's the worst word you can think of. And most people, when you say the word take great offense. So I send great offense to you, Roger Waters. You are a fucking
I think we've given him enough
I
time
think so,
for an
yeah.
old fart.
Can I just say a special fuck you? Whoever fucking put Dad's gravesite on Google Maps, fuck you.
Yeah.
And whoever flew a drone over my dad's grave, fuck you. We didn't ask for that. We asked you to stay away from it. And you said you did it respectfully. Well, I respectfully say, fuck you.
Yeah. Very rude. But I will say, though, I think the mainstream media were respectful and there was no major coverage of it.
No, they tried the drones, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
Until that one motherfucker did it. And
No, our security outside were going, we'll shoot them down, it's fine. I'm like, good.
Yeah. I do think it's important, though, that I know we've briefly touched on it, but, the 17 days after the show, there's a lot of people saying, like, where was Dad at? How was he? Everyone, that's kind of, the interviews that I've done, it seems people want to know. And, I think we talk about how good those days were.
he was so happy.
He was busy, very busy. I mean,
He finished, like, the craziest thing that I can't get my head around is every single obligation he had, he finished.
yeah.
There were two that he didn't finish.
What?
Lemmy, there's an album coming out of people covering Lemmy songs. And he had chosen his song and he really, really wanted to do it. He really, really wanted to do it. And we were trying to fit it in. And he really wanted to be on that album for Lemmy. And the other one was David Draymond and him were doing a duet. And never happened.
But you did the 2 documentaries.
He finished his book.
Yeah. Did the art for the monkeys.
He was so proud of doing that. It gave him such joy to do that. He was so happy. And he did a photo shoot where he's holding up the pictures and then he had a banana for the monkeys. He was just so, for the apes, he was just so excited about doing it. And you know what? He raised a lot of money for the charity. And
yeah, well, speaking of that, there was an awful lot of bullshit that went out about how much money the show raised.
If one show could have raised, I mean, it was up to like 190 million. It's like any artist, just do one big show, film it, and you can retire just on one show.
Yeah.
No, it was nowhere near, and I wish that it was, but we're living in reality in the real world. And
what did it raise? It was like, what was it, 5 or 6?
No, it raised 11.
Okay.
But with the costs, because we paid the costs of bringing everybody in.
Yeah.
Everybody out, accommodation, everything. And
no one got paid.
No one got paid. Nobody asked for a penny. They gave their time, their efforts, everything.
Yeah.
For free.
Yeah.
And they would just...
Let's just say everybody who was involved did that for free.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it's still great, you know?
People were just, oh, God, so generous. And
my favorite are the people who pretended like they couldn't be there and that's why they weren't there. But I'm like, you weren't invited.
But you're always going to get those two. So it's like the thing is, I mean, Anthrax, the guys in Anthrax, Jack.
Yeah. Well,
they got some of the last pictures with Dad. Was with Anthrax.
Yeah, yeah, because we did the Birmingham Comic Con.
They're all such great guys, and they gave so much. And their crew guys were amazing. And the crew guys, because we paid the crew, obviously, they turned around and says, "We don't want it," and they went over and above with everything. Just great, great people.
But yeah, it's funny. I forget about the signing. It's like, that's another thing we did, you know, Dad. It's like, so it really is wild when you look at.
He loved doing those signings,
he loved
didn't he?
them.
He did.
He
loved
really
meeting his fans.
Loved going out. Do you remember when he did the Comic-Con? Have I said it right?
Yeah.
In San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
And he came in and everybody cheered as he came in.
Yeah.
And he just loved it.
Yeah, and that was the other thing too. We were like, do you want to cancel it? You know, don't you just want to rest after the show? He's like, no, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was fired up. And I think that's why has been so hard, is because we know how he was
on a high.
Yeah.
He was loving life.
He was rocking and rolling, literally. And
I'm just so grateful that I got to spend those 2 weeks with him.
Yeah. God, yeah. And that's the other thing. He got to spend time with all of us individually, you know, and even, you know, Lewis even was with him the week before. It was just like.
Yeah. Louis and the kids and everyone.
Yeah. Everyone got to have that time with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I talked about the podcast I did, you know, my kids getting the stomach flu, and I was supposed to be in Portugal and I wouldn't have really got to see him.
If you'd have gone on that trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It, a lot of things kind of lined up in I don't know. It's fucked up to say, but there was a level of perfection around it, because I don't think there was anything left open. in the sense of like, oh, I wish we'd have done this. Oh, I wished we'd have done that.
I just wanted more time.
But you're always going to want more time.
You're always going to want more time. And this is a huge example for our little family. Time is so precious. Time. And don't waste time with anyone. Time. And it's like we always used to say, Daddy and I would say, you can't buy time.
No.
It's, if only. If only.
There's one resentment I have, and that is I always heard Dad going down the stairs in the morning. And the first thing I always said to him was, "Morning, Dada, I love you." And I'd call it out, and he'd say, "I love you more," and walk down the stairs. And on the morning that he passed, I didn't say it.
But he knew. He knew. He knew so much.
Yeah.
One thing, Ozzy was great. And he was a master of acting not dumb,
Checked
Oblivious.
checked out. And he was a master of that, and he wasn't. He knew everything that was going on.
Yeah.
Everything.
With himself, too.
Yeah.
He was really aware of himself.
Yeah.
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 You know, it's Kel, you might, you know, I've said this though, but like you're lucky that you were here. You know? He's lucky that you guys were here.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the people that have, I mean, it's just,
Can I also just say really quickly a thank you to everybody on the medical team that tried their best with Dad.
Oh, absolutely. I think there was so much. Yeah. Yeah. All the paramedics and life flight people, and they showed him so much dignity.
they did.
They really did.
They did. They were amazing. And we've looked at Birmingham have been so fantastic. And I'd like all the people in Birmingham to know that all the flowers that were left for Ozzy at the bench, every single one of them was collected. Every single note was collected and sorted and photographed. The flowers were then sent and
Turned into
Dang.
compost for us. And we
Yes.
have it all here.
we have everything here. We've got all those flowers, all that compost that will go back onto our land.
Yeah.
And every single, I mean, the other day outside the house here, I mean, we know what was left here. Every single day, still there are flowers and notes left.
And I want people to know that we read every single one of them. And if you have left something, we have put it on Dad's grave.
Yeah, there's
We-
everything. But it's like, even there was a note left by obviously a child, and it was on the back of a Sainsbury's receipt. And they'd written, Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. And on the back of a receipt and put under the gate. I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
you know, it's so heartwarming. And what's going to happen to every single note that was left in Birmingham and here is going to be put on screens and put into the museum in Birmingham.
Oh, cool.
So everybody can come and see their notes and know that there wasn't one that has not been read and appreciated. And
Yeah, it didn't get tossed. We got it all.
yeah, nothing has been thrown out, nothing, and it never will.
Yeah. No.
And if you're wondering or still thinking about things to send, one thing that we have found really beautiful and helpful is the crystals that people have been sending, and we put them out by Dad.
Yeah.
And he's glistening in the sun under thousands of crystals, and I think that has been really beautiful.
Yeah. One thing that I find morbidly funny is that even though Dad was sick for as long as he was, he left zero fucking word about what he wanted to have happen to him.
We had to read his book.
Yeah. When I landed, I got off the plane and I'm like, so what's the plan? What did he leave? And everyone was like, there is none. And so, it was that. We had to call Dad's ghostwriter, Chris, and ask him what he said in the book and read his old book and find stuff he put in interviews. And
Daddy didn't like to talk about.
No.
He'd like to talk about everyone else's death, and he'd genuinely be excited when people died. He'd be like, oh my God, guess who died today? But he never, ever, ever spoke about his own.
When you say excited, he was
an excited.
Oh my God, Jack, he would get pumped up. Like, he would be like, oh, you're never going to believe who died today.
When people like OJ died, he was like, yeah, fucking OJ died. But yeah, it was like an added level of like, I don't know, you figure it out.
No, the one thing he left, which was absolutely, he did not want to be
cremated.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No, he didn't.
And that was our agreement. That would.
That was. It was just like an added thing of like, what do we do? What do we do? You know. But it was a classic hymn. Yeah. You figure it out. I'll just turn up on the day.
Yeah.
But there were some really beautiful things though that happened in the wake of it. If that's the right word.
Listen, just the outpouring of love is so overwhelming and comforting, and to know that your dad, my husband, Louis' dad, Amy's dad,
Kid's grandpapa,
was so loved.
Yeah.
And that is, I mean,
should we play the voicemail?
Yeah.
Not saying who it's from. Everyone will know.
Hi, Sharon. It's Donald Trump, and I just wanted to wish you the best and the family. Great. Ozzy was amazing. He was an amazing guy. I met him a few times, and I want to tell you, he was unique in every way and talented. So I just wanted to wish you the best, and it's a tough thing. I know how close you were, and whatever I can do, take care of yourself. Say hello to the family. Thanks. Bye.
Love him or hate him, he didn't have to call and leave a voicemail.
Listen, when it comes to politics, we know nobody comes out a winner. Whoever you like, there's half of people are going to go like this. And now it's more so than ever in history, is it, that people's choice of which party, which politician, you can't come out a winner. All I know is a man that I know, I worked with for a month. I spent 1 month with him and his wife, who was always gracious, elegant, just a delight to talk to, his wife.
Yeah.
And he was always, how are the children? How's Kelly? I'm so proud of Kelly and Jack for what they've done, and their manners are great. And he was just a great guy to talk to. And he has always treated me with respect. Listen, I'm not American. I can't vote. I don't want to vote. I don't vote for anyone. Mm-hmm. I vote for no one. Never have, never will. But the thing is, all I know is he's treated me with respect, your father with respect. He wanted nothing from us. Nothing.
Yeah.
Melania the same, nothing. And they have been great. And for him to take his time to do that for us, and because, do you know what? He doesn't live in a bubble. He knows what's going on in the streets. He knows what is going on. And I can't say that for our prime minister. Again, for President Trump and Melania, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And we got a lovely letter from the king.
Our king, now we're talking. Our king is, he's an amazing person. He is an amazing person, not just because he wrote to us when Ozzy passed, but if he did it for us, you know, he does it for many, many, many people. Now, here's a man that does know what's going on in the street with people, not just politics, not just, you know, here's a man that cares about the environment, animals. He cares about many, many, many things. And he's got a good heart. He's got a good heart. He didn't have to do certain things that he's done for Ozzy.
Yeah.
In the past, Ozzy's birthday, when Ozzy was sick in hospital with the motorbike accident, he reached out. He is a good, caring man with a good heart. And Ozzy's, as me, we're royalists, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, we respect him, we respect his family, we respect, and that's it.
Yeah.
And he is, again, took the time out of his day to write us, have it hand delivered to us, a note from the king for Ozzy's passing with his condolences. And that says so much.
The same, I know that this is a completely like different end of the scale, but I felt that way about Jimmy Fallon as well.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to receive a handwritten note. I mean, there's so many people that we could just go on and on and on about that I never expected to hear from.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some really amazing.
Daddy always used to say about Jimmy, he said, why was he never in a band? This guy would have been great in a band, the best front guy ever. He could never understand why he wasn't
That's funny.
a musician.
Of like the tributes you saw online, what ones kind of stand out the most? Like the videos and things. I know you love the sketches that guy does.
Oh,
Yeah, they're great.
for my birthday, did you see what he did?
No, I didn't.
We did this little sketch of Daddy hanging out in the clouds, and there was a phone box, and he's like, happy birthday, darling. It's so cute. Anyway, it's so many jackets.
Some of them
just-
were a bit shit, if I'm honest.
I liked the King's Guard.
Yeah,
Oh
that
my
one was
God.
amazing.
And Tony Iommi,
Yeah.
he couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
He was bowled over that the King's Guard played Paranoid. It was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was like everyone from Oasis to,
Robbie
With the
Williams.
tributes.
yeah, Robbie Williams,
Rod Stewart,
Rod Stewart.
Coldplay.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga's was great.
Yeah.
I mean, and it was, your dad would have loved to see these different versions that people were doing with their tributes
Yeah.
of his music.
Yeah.
And it was just, but Rod playing Forever Young
Yeah.
for that. I mean, so many, many, many. And I know we've missed out names for artists that did such amazing tributes to him. Was just like,
It meant so much to us.
and to Daddy. I mean, he would have just never, ever, ever believed. I mean, he would always go on about Gaga's voice. I mean, he saw her one time at a charity event that we were at, and she was playing piano, just singing
Yeah.
in the middle of this, charity event. And he was just bowled over. He couldn't believe the power of her voice. And
I did my kind of check-in podcast a few weeks ago, but how have you guys been holding up? What have you guys learned through this?
the whole thing about time.
Time, yeah.
Time is so precious. It's so precious. And, things I think of, when you go, no, when I retire, I'm going to do this. Fuck it. Do it now. Do it now. Don't wait.
Yeah.
Daddy so wanted to go to Egypt to see the pyramids. That was he was so we're going to go to Egypt. We're going to see it. And he never got to go.
Mm.
But it's time and grief
I never realized just how horrible grief is.
comes in these waves. And you just go, oh.
I
Yeah.
never knew I was capable of loving somebody so much and missing somebody so much. I
But
never
then,
thought there'd be a day where he wouldn't be here.
but then how blessed are you to have had a dad like him?
So
Right.
lucky.
Blessed.
Yeah.
Listen, he wasn't a saint. Fuck.
Well,
Was
no.
he not? Jesus.
No, he was a Viking more than a saint.
Yes, but he loved so hard. He loved.
Yeah, it's when I've said it all, just gratitude.
Yeah,
Me.
I'm so grateful for every moment with him. And I'm so grateful that he was my dad. And
Yeah.
for all the madness and all the chaos and everything that came along with it.
The interesting thing with grief is it is both kind of horrible and beautiful in a way that it forces you to kind of unpack and examine things. And it sucks that he's gone, but it also is it for me, it has led to a huge amount of gratitude and love and really cherishing moments that at the time you take for granted.
It's people don't realize how precious memories are.
Yeah.
Memories are everything. And the memories that we've all got of
And that's
your
why
dad.
I say, please don't stop posting. Because a little video that you post that,
You might not think anyone will see.
we see them and it puts a smile on my face or makes me remember or makes me think of him and smile. And it's...
I was telling Jack I saw something that Tommy Lee posted.
I saw that yesterday.
Did you see it? I texted him and said, thank you. It was so lovely.
Yeah.
And it's just grief. It's something that never goes away. You just learn to live with it.
I won't lie. I had a really, 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 really hard time with accepting this.
No.
And accepting that I have to go on without him.
But that's just it.
You don't.
But
He's there. He's with you. He's in here. He's in here.
but he would want you to go on. That's the thing. He was the last person in the world to sit there and be fold up like a launcher. He would be like, what you...
You know what he would say to me sometimes? If I ever died, would you ever go with another man? I'm like, fuck no other man. Well, what fucking man wants me except you? Are you fucking nuts? Can you imagine? And I'd say to him, if I died, would you ever go with another woman? He goes, yeah. He goes, yeah, I wouldn't marry him, but I'd go with him. Sure would. I'm like, okay.
Thanks for your honesty.
Yeah.
But Dad was so much the... Let's come on, if any
He
of us
would
were...
hate seeing me cry.
Yeah.
But it's just all I seem to find myself doing these days is because I miss him so much.
Yeah. And it's like, it's okay. Like, you feel that.
It's this all this love that you feel that you have for someone that you put into them. And now there's no one to give it to.
But there is. It's not the same, you know.
It's a different kind of love, Kel.
You've got your baby boy.
Kelly,
you've got-
I mean, if it wasn't for my baby boy,
having the kids has been a huge help. Yeah. Yeah. It's
but do you know what? That's the way it goes. I mean, your parents go, hopefully in the right order,
yeah.
that you don't lose a child and be an older parent with a lost child.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the way of life.
And
That's
just
it.
as Dad would want all of us to, you know, pick ourselves up and continue on and do what we're meant to do here, you're going to want your boy to do the same. You know, I'm going to want my kids to do the same. You know, it's up to...
I'm just so grateful that Sydney got to meet him.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
We got to know him.
Yeah.
And that they had such a special little relationship.
The strange thing is, you know, it seems like Maple it's out of all my kids, she's kind of been hit the hardest by it. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it would have been the older kids. But what now? I think that's the big, you know, what's the moving forward look like?
Well, if I can get my head around time,
Yeah.
how it's just so weird when you lose all sense of time. It just, I wake up and I go, what day is it even?
I wake up and for the first 3 seconds, I feel normal.
Yeah.
And then I remember everything in it. Mornings are the hardest for me.
I was having a hard time. I'd get like, because, you know, Michael came to my door at like 4 in the morning or whatever. Like, if I get up to pee in the night, I'm like, oh, it's like, you know, I have this weird thing about being up at like around 3 or 4 in the morning.
What is the morning?
Yeah.
Because it happened in the morning.
Yeah.
And I used to spend most of my time with Dad in the morning.
Yeah.
I hate going to bed at night.
Yeah.
I totally understand that.
Hmm?
I said I totally understand that.
I hate going into a room empty.
Yeah.
I mean, I slept with you for the first 2 months so that you weren't on your own. But then I felt like you needed some space.
I have found alone time has been helpful. Not a huge amount, but like having, you know, I've been going up to Idaho and had a few days up there when I was alone, and it was nice. It was nice to just kind of be. But there's a lot to do, you know? It's Dad, and I've said this 1,000 times to us, that he left us a huge world. You know, and we have to pick up the flag. Mom has to release a new disco album. He fucking hated that. He'd always be like, stop talking about that stupid disco record.
God.
Yeah. Wait, when we did the signing,
Somebody brought
brought the
one,
record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
My God.
Is there a plan to do like a tribute concert or something like that? Is that something you've batted around at all?
I'm talking to the villa again.
Yeah.
You know, we'll see.
Yeah.
It's just been amazing. Daddy's exhibition at Birmingham Museum, the traffic that's brought through the museum and all of that. And
They extended it.
they've extended it. And I just want it to go around the world. And
Yeah.
they did such a good job with, you know, working class hero, because that's what he is.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's exactly what he is. He just always will be to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I can remember when he first went into the palace in England, when he did the show for Her Majesty.
The Jubilee.
And he was just like, I can't believe this is like a dream to me. I just can't believe where I am and like all of these people around. And he kept saying, don't leave me on my own, don't leave me. And I can remember just being with.
I remember being there with you and him.
But when we were inside at the reception afterwards, and I got my naughty head on to wind people up, I remember I said to Harry, he was there and he was talking to Zara and not sure who else, but I said to him, as a wind up, I'm going to the ladies. Can you watch my handbag?
But he also asked us if it was true the dog shat all over our house. I was like, yes.
I don't remember that one, but I asked if he'd watch my handbag where I had a piss, and he went, no. I wanted to say, it's not for real. I'm winding you up, but you know.
That's funny.
Yeah, no.
But I think that, I mean, I know we've said it 100 times already, but like part of Dad's superpower was that he didn't
take things for granted.
No. And he never let it get to his head.
Never. He just.
For some reason, I don't know why this keeps popping into my head, but when we did that, when his last book came out, 2009, we went to the Spike TV Awards because they were giving him an award for his book.
Mm-hmm.
And on the way there, he was just in a foul mood, remember? And he was he was just having a full-blown...
Oh, he was fucking awful
screaming
that
at
night.
you, and it was one of the only times...
I left.
All of us have been
No,
together.
you were there.
No, I left the awards early. I just...
No, you were, because there's
You
a
were there.
picture. You
there.
were.
No,
It was
I
one
was
of the
at the
only
tape.
times
No.
that all of us was together.
I was at the table.
Yeah.
I sat, and then I was like, I'm not taking this shit
I remember
anymore.
you did leave.
I left.
But even though he was being a total just nightmare, I remember we walked in, and then James Gandolfini.
Oh, I know.
I don't know why this story gets me. But he walked up to Dad.
I know.
And this is like the height of The Sopranos. And James Gandolfini like gets on his knees and just kisses Dad's hand.
Yeah.
I'd do anything for a crummy kiss.
But
Dad
it was
always
like,
had food in his mouth when he gave you a kiss.
but it was just that kind of, he's still like, I think he always struggled with like his superpower because he didn't understand it.
No, he didn't. He did. Because he was still a huge fan of other musicians.
Yeah.
Such a huge music fan.
Yeah.
And he just never thought of himself that way.
No.
Because he still was that man that was a fan.
Yeah. He didn't, but like I said, he didn't understand what it was that he had.
That's what made him so special.
Yeah, exactly. He knew he could do these things. He knew he was great at these things, but he could never sit there and contextualize why or how or...
He told me a story once, and I'm not going to say who it was, but he was might be still looked at as one of the greatest singers in rock. And Daddy obviously knew him very well. And they were together. This is a long, long, long time ago. And it was him and Daddy together in this guy's house. And he said to Ozzy, what does it feel like to be with the greatest singer in rock?
Please tell me who that was.
Yeah. I know who it was. I'll tell you later. And I remember
Did Daddy tell you?
he did, and then he promptly followed it with, I don't know, I'll tell you when I find him.
Yeah. Yeah. he would have, I mean, but he didn't consider himself.
No.
But he was.
What he would, when we would have to go to things like the Grammys and all of that, he would always feel like,
And that's why he didn't hang out with a bunch of musicians, because he was like, you know, he wasn't like one of the lads who like, you know, did the deal. He just was his own thing.
he would say to me, I feel better sat in a pub with the farmers than actually going to an event and hanging out with
Yeah, industry
my
folk.
peers. Yeah, he just didn't. And that was the thing with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He said, I feel like I'm singing to executives and I don't want to.
Yeah.
Every time I think of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it just Dad's shit list for everybody whose speeches took too long and why he was going on later and later and later in the night. And like, he went from absolutely thinking the sun shined out of Mary J. Blige's ass to by the time she was done being like, get her off the stage.
He still loved her though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jack Black.
Oh, Jack Black was amazing.
I mean, what a guy.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's like you.
Yeah.
And he's another one though that is so real,
Yeah.
so authentic.
Yeah. We should probably wrap this up now. I think we've just been rambling on.
But again, the people who have reached out to us, we know every message left, every email sent, everything. And we just cannot thank you enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else you want to say, Carl?
I don't know how to put into words what Dad's fans did for him.
He loved them.
And I don't know how to thank everybody enough for being there at his final show and for the outpouring of love and condolences since he's passed. It's just meant everything. And it's just solidified how loved he was. And I'll never be able to say thank you enough.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I absolutely echo those exact words. And so thanks everyone for listening, and bye.
No, it's not bye. It's just we love you all.
All right.